Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Looking to throw. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Come on, set. 30 pace. Let's go. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Fox trot. Tighten up. 53 at the mic. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Screen play, Johnson. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Derrick Henry. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here we go. Set. 90. Roll. You don't want to know? Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check back.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Set. 15 lining. 15 lining.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Ready, go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
General, flash. Orbit. Set, go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
At the Packers' 13-yard line.
And we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
At the 16-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. They'll set up to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season, and the Lions have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal they'll take.
He's got daylight. He completes this one to Mack. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 79 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Mike, 53. 53.
2nd and 10. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike, 58, right there.
I got one. Check 31.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll look to throw here. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Watch the shit.
2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Down. 60, orange. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Back to pass. Exit. 53 to Mike. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Let's go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
53 to Mike. Bravo. 53 to Mike. Oh, you got deep? Check. 53 to Mike. Check. 53. Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the sack means it's third and goal now from the 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now back to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Intercepted by the Packers. His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. Second and 4. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And the Packer first down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
57's right. Wild Bill. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Stop.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This complete to Jones. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Got it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Man. Ready, go.
Again, it's Henry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
He's crossing. He's checking.
3rd and
66. Bullet high.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Number 53. Mike 53.
You run. 25, check 25, check 25.
Hayward. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Look at the dance and the juke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Mike.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
53 to Mike. 53.
Echo.
Check Mike.
And go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Reach on. 132 fight. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. High 7. Let's go. Here we got Mike. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Show it up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Right here. That's 50 right here.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Picked off by Will Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
23 yards on the play.
Ready.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Henry. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Okay, break. 53. Dog. Check. 53 is mine. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, let's go.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike, 53. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Squeeze. Squeeze. Get in there. Patch it. Patch it. He did. Yep. He did. Hut, hut.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. He's coming. Double up.
Back to throw here. And his pass incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Go! Motion, motion. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm on.
Looking to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They're going to look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check three. Kill. Shift. Hey.
They'll go again to Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Switch. Check 37.
And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Second and 11. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He finds McCoy. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
First down, Green Bay.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
Under 10. Tight dog, tight. Check 9.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Check, crouch. Shit.
Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Slam.
Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Whip. Watch the whip. No. Slam. Alert 3. Wide. Get wide. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
Here's Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Packers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.